Hey, John here from GarageBandits.online with our second lesson on how to enhance GarageBand drum tracks. In our first lesson, we showed how to use a slow motion technique to create complex, customized drum tracks for your project. Today, we're going to be talking about using multiple drummer tracks to add depth and personality to your recordings. Our lesson starts with a question. How many GarageBand drummers can drum in a single GarageBand project, assuming it's possible for multiple GarageBand drummers to actually drum in a single GarageBand project? Well, to be clear, I'm referring to the automated drummers Kyle, Logan, Darcy, Mason, Magnus, Lee, Jasper, Morris, and Dez. So today we're going to answer the question for both iOS and for Mac. This is a two-part video. I'm going to answer the questions for iOS, and my fellow Garage Bandit, Bob, is going to answer the question for Mac. And by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, please click the subscribe button below to receive notifications of upcoming Garage Bandits video. So let's get started. I recently recorded an instrumental GarageBand project which came out just fine, but I felt that the track needed more depth, and no matter what I tried, I just wasn't satisfied. And about the same time I had been doing some research and had been watching videos and noticed that several bands had 2 and even up to 4 drummers. So that's when I got the idea to experiment with multiple drummer tracks. Let's take a look at the GarageBand track view, shall we? So here's my project. You can see 2 drummer tracks in yellow, one for Logan, one for Kyle. We will also hear and see that the downbeats are in perfect synchronization and that the fills, although different, seem to complement each other throughout the song. Now, as part of the experiment, I cut Logan's track before the end of the song while allowing Kyle to play a few bars longer. And Kyle plays a perfect transitional drum fill leading into the re-looping of the song. It's pretty cool if I do say so myself. Also, the individual drummer settings are slightly different too. Logan plays the tambourine, while Kyle somehow does the hand clap and plays the drums at the same time. So let's take a look at the tracks. First, I'll play the song with one drummer, and then we'll bring in the second drummer so that you can hear the difference. Then we will solo the drummer tracks and we'll give you a view of the individual settings for each drummer. And then finally, I'll attempt to add another drummer. Hint, hint. So let's play the song with one drummer. Now let's add Logan back in and you'll hear the difference. So that's the song with 2 drummers. I think it sounds a lot better. Now let's take a look at the individual settings. So that shows the settings of both drummers, and now let's let the song finish to the end while Kyle does a solo at the end of the song. Now, finally, let's go to the bottom of the track and let's try to add one more drummer. So I'm going to hit the plus sign and we're going to have our options, and you'll see that the drummer is not highlighted at all. And if I tap on acoustic, nothing happens. The electronic, other drummers, nothing. In contrast, if I wanted to add a vocal or another guitar, you'll see at the bottom of the track that there's the additional amplifier. So I could add additional tracks, just not additional drummers. So that's the answer to the question. How many drummers can play in one iOS project? The answer is 2. So now I'd like to turn the video over to my buddy Bob, who will talk about multiple drummers on the Mac. Bob?
Thanks, John. I think the biggest difference between the two operating systems is the fact that you can have 6 drummers on the Mac as opposed to only 2 on iOS. That allows you to do some nifty things like individually mic certain drums or the cymbals or tambourine. The other thing it allows you to do using the automation track is to either pan or set the volume or put echo on individual tracks like you would be able to do in a real recording studio. So let me take you through that quickly. So I took John's 2 tracks and made them into 6. And I'm going to go through each track, and you'll see at the bottom there how each one has a separate instrument. So you see cymbals, snare, hand clap, toms, and I also added a bass drum. In addition, I went into a couple of tracks, the tambourine track and the cymbal track, and using automation, I put some echo on. So this gives you a lot more flexibility than you have just on the iOS. So let's listen to just the drums.
Okay, so that's how it's done. Please go to our webpage at www.garagebandits.online for additional lessons and for additional information. So I hope this helps. You can follow us on Facebook, and you can also email questions and comments to John at garagebandits.online. Be nice, be well.